Hey everyone, welcome back. It is time for another episode of our show. It is neither a state nor a wrestling review. We're going back to an episode of the Coffee and Cannoli podcast, believe it or not. This time, though, we are talking about PWI's top 500. They just released the list last week, and we are not happy about it.
No,
we are not. There's some names that deserve to be there. Not where they are, but there's some names that have been left out of the top 20 completely, and there's some names that need to be much higher than where they are.
Yeah, like if I had to pick one person right off the top of my head that should be there, it's Joya.
Right?
As a group.
Joya.
Yeah.
So we'll start. We'll go through PWI. We'll go through their top 10 list. Let's actually go through the top 11 because 11 is Sonata. And I feel that's a little.
I think so too. You know what? It's funny because I think you read my mind. Because on both of my lists, I added kind of an honorable mention.
Yeah, and Sonata needs to be much higher for what he's done this year.
Oh yeah,
he went from a mid carder to a top talent.
He went from zero to hero.
Literally. With number 10 being Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes does not deserve to be in the top 20.
Cody Rhodes didn't even win a title in that entire 12-month span.
No. He's beaten Brock Lesnar once and has had 4 matches. Last year, he had a great year up to WrestleMania. And then this year...
I'm not going to deny it. I really like Cody Rhodes, and I think he's had a great year, but a top 10? When we...
The Rumble is the only thing he won this year.
I don't care. When we went through the reasoning for last year's, okay, it's like, how many titles did they win? How long did they hold titles for? How popular are they, and how good are they in the ring? It's like a combination of all these things, how they base this on.
Yep.
Well, by that logic, Cody Rhodes has won nothing. So how is he top 10?
Yeah,
even
it's
if
based
he's
on
great, it doesn't make any sense.
It is. It's based on winning percentage, how many championships, how many, like everything. That's why I kind of like number 9. Number 9 is Josh Alexander.
Yeah, that's fine.
Number 8 is Orange Cassidy, which I'm fine with that too, because he held that. Yeah. And I'm totally fine with that. And number 7, Okada.
No.
He's done nothing this year. He's a trios champion. That's it.
He had the world title for a bit of it.
Yeah.
But I don't care. No.
Number 6 deserves to be there, MJF.
Yeah.
As good as he is, Hijo del Vikingo is number 5.
I agree.
Yeah. Number 4 definitely deserves to be there, Gunter.
Yeah.
Number 3 does not deserve to be there, and that's Jon Moxley.
Nope.
Number 2, I don't like him, so Roman Reigns.
Nope.
And number 1 is Seth Rollins.
Nope.
Good on him. I'm happy for him. He is one of my favorites, but I don't think he's number 1.
I think all of us last year on our making up our own list segment said we would have put Seth Rollins
in the top 10 at least
for quality of wrestler. But like now with like all the movement and stuff going on, I don't think I would have him on my list. It's just, yeah, he won the title, but like his defenses have been so boring.
Yeah.
Like
the only good match was that
prior
Nakamura
was way better. Yeah. And the Nakamura match was boring as hell, and it was a good match. Don't get me wrong, but it was not like an exciting match.
No, like those series of Cody matches were good.
The Matt Riddle stuff was good too. But this is all non-title related.
Yeah. So though that's their top 10. We'll throw out a couple other names here in a weird positioning for them. Number 12 is Claudio Castagnoli.
Nope.
Number 13 is Carmelo Hayes.
Nope.
Number 14 is Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Number 15 is Masha Slamovich.
Nope.
16 is Danielson.
Nope.
All the way down at number 17 is Will Ospreay.
So you're telling me Masha Slamovich, who won one inconsequential world title for a company that's like the smallest of the main indie companies, is that, and she barely had it for that long, is she made the PWI for that.
Yeah, for that.
Not the women's list. She made the men's list for winning a title for a short amount of time for a small company. But Blake Christensen's not on this list.
No, he is not. He's not, at least not in the top 50.
But he had the title for a while.
Here's some other notable names who do not deserve to be there. Number 9 is Bobby Lashley. 19 is Bobby Lashley.
Why is Bobby Lashley on this list?
I don't know. Terribly misplaced is number 20, Trey Miguel.
Yeah.
He's won 2 belts. Well, I mean, he's just won the tag belt.
Arguably,
so
like, we'll get to this. I don't even think he belongs on the top 20. I'm going to be honest. If by their criteria, remember,
True.
like when you hear my list, everything that I'm doing is based on their criteria.
Yeah. You got 21 and 22 back-to-back Zayn and Owens. This one is a good spot. Jake Lee, number 23.
Yeah, I mean, arguably, by their standards, Tyrus should be top 10.
Yeah. Number 24 is Jericho. 25 is your boy Kenneth.
Okay, but are we basing this on super cool, awesome fantasy logic or PWI logic? Because if we're basing this on
here's
Seth Rollins booking, a name. Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho should be top 3.
Yeah. Here's a name all the way down at number 36 is Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah, get out of town.
Right? Like there's a name for you. Number 40, who had a great run with the Strong Championship, is Kenta.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some really awkward stuff here because like I could say Alex Shelley just won, so I'm not going to say Alex Shelley. But if you take
he's all the way down at number 48.
Chris Sabin had not only an amazing year, they won all those tag titles. That still counts, I guess, for him in some way.
I don't even think Sabin's on the list.
Sabin did win the X Division title in that time frame of July to July. So why isn't he somewhere in the top?
He won like
6 tag titles.
Chris Sabin, 110.
Chris Sabin won 4. No, I'm pretty sure 4 or 5 tag titles and 2. Well, that second X Division title wouldn't count, but and an X Division title.
Yeah. And he's all the way down at number 110.
Yeah. Get out of my life. Just move on.
Let's move on. Okay. So there are some other notable names. Any other names you think have been not that we missed?
In terms of should be on this list? I don't know. There's quite a few, but like I don't want to.
Cardona's at 31 for his work on the Indies. I think McIntyre is way too high at 26.
Oh, way too high.
And he's one spot above Takahashi, who's held the belt.
We need to talk
year.
about our list because this is out of control.
Okay,
this PWI sucks.
Yeah. So right there, Campo, you're number 10. It'll show up right there.
Okay. Am I giving you my re-ranking of the list or my actual list?
We're going to do our own top 10.
Okay. And then I'll just at the end, I'll tell you the re-ranking of their list. My number 1, I'm starting at 10. Jake Lee.
Yeah, that's a perfect choice. My number 10, Jake Lee's a good choice. My number 10 is going to be Sonata.
Okay. A lot of Sonata.
Number 9.
Roman Reigns.
Okay.
He can't not be top 10 for what he's done.
No.
I'm not sitting here denying
because he's held it. Roman Reigns actually makes the list a little higher than me, believe it or not, for you. He's on my list, but number 9 is for me is MJF.
Okay. What am I on? 8?
8.
Hiromu Takahashi.
That's exactly who I have at number 8, just for the amount of time he's held that junior heavyweight championship.
And every match has been an absolute banger.
Yeah. Yeah, it has.
Not to mention he went on a great run in the juniors tournament. So, suck
and
it.
I'm looking forward to that Leo Rush match. Okay, number 7, I think we're at.
Josh Alexander. I'll tell you why, because he missed too much time.
Yep. My number 7 is Roman Reigns.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 6,
MJF.
He was a little lower for me, but my number 6 is Josh Alexander.
So we're really like
similar. We're there. Yeah.
I'm going way off the board here. Number 5. Wait, am I at number 5?
Yeah, number 5.
Samoa Joe. 2 TNT titles, and he's held the television title for this whole time.
I totally agree with that. We're number 5, right?
Yeah.
My number 5 is Gunter.
Okay. My number 4 is Orange Cassidy.
My number 4 is Samoa Joe.
All right. So see, I'm so glad that you have Samoa Joe. I think
yeah.
What am I on? 3?
Number 3. Yeah.
Sonata. I think him beating Okada is arguably the biggest win that any of these
his
people
career
have had.
Yeah.
Like compare like how all these people got their title. I
Yeah.
think him beating Okada beats all of this. And then that whole storyline where he left Lij, I think like that all matters to
To
me
forge his own path. Yeah, absolutely. It's great
by their
storytelling.
criteria, this is how I'm building this
The
list.
only thing is Sonata, the quality of his defenses doesn't put him as high.
But he's
on the
had a
list.
lot of defenses.
Yes. Good
which
point.
I think,
Yeah.
and they weren't won by cheating.
No, they were not. They were not. So that was your number 3. Your number 2, or my number 3 is Orange Cassidy.
Okay.
Just because of the run, the defenses he's had with that belt.
To me, my issue with Orange Cassidy, the reason I have him one spot lower than you, is because that title is not that valuable.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
But I know that's like a stupid reason, but like
Yeah.
I had to find a way to rank people, right?
That's fair.
My number 2 is Gunther.
My number 2, which might surprise you, is Will Ospreay.
All right. Well, my number 1 is Will Ospreay.
My number 1, I'm actually gonna go with Carmelo.
Yeah.
Carmelo Hayes.
I had a weird tie here, so I'll tell you anyway, since we're already at the end.
Just because he's beaten Braun Breaker twice, like I know it's inconsequential, but his match, he's the leader of the reason why he's my number 1. He's the leader of NXT.
Yeah, he also won their title in a big way, and he was also North American champion in the
same year. He's had so many defenses, and you may be watching a crappy NXT pay-per-view, but as long as you know Carmelo is on the card, you know there's going to be at least one good match. Like and that's my reasoning for him being number 1.
Like the reason I have an honorable mention is because of the Sonata situation on the main list. I thought you have to kind of include it. So I had a weird mix up here. Like I didn't know who to pick, and it was either Carmelo Hayes or Vikingo was my 11th choice.
My 11th choice is Jake Lee.
Yeah, which is
because I've watched a lot of more Noah this year, and he's been fantastic.
And every match he's had has been really good. And he has, I don't want to say hasn't for sure, but I'm pretty sure all of his defenses came against very big names. Yes. I don't think he fought anyone that was like small time for the title.
No small fries on that one.
Which to me, that's a lot. And I've come to appreciate what the GHC title means at this point, especially when you look back at the legacy of like the Misawas and stuff like that.
There's a legacy behind it, and he's still young too, Jake Lee, so he's got a high ceiling.
Yeah, he does.
So, but I mean, that's our top 10. Who do you guys think should be number 1? Let us know in the comments. But before we end this, we're gonna re-rank the top 10. So let us re-rank the top 10. Campo, re-rank the top 10 in your order. If you had to keep the top 10 with these people.
No problem. Honorable mention, Sonata.
Because that stays there.
I can't have him on the list. Number 10, Cody Rhodes. Number 9, Jon Moxley. Number 8, Seth Rollins. Number 7, Okada. Number 6, Vikingo. Number 5, Roman Reigns. Number 4, Josh Alexander. Number 3, MJF. Number 2, Orange Cassidy. Number 1, Gunther.
Okay, that's a good list. Keeping Cody Rhodes at number 10, same thing. For me, number 9 is Jon Moxley. I think the same as you. Number 8, though, is where I'm putting Vikingo. He's had good matches. He hasn't really held any championships this year. The only thing about him this year is he stayed healthy. So I'm putting him at number 8. Number 7, I'm keeping Okada there. And number 6, I am putting who did I not put on there yet? Number 6, I'm putting Moxley. Did I say Moxley? I can't remember.
You said Moxley.
I said Moxley. Yeah, I went to. Okay, so number 6, I'm putting Seth Rollins. Number 5, I'm putting Roman Reigns. Where am I now?
4.
4 is Josh Alexander, same as you. Number 3 is Seth Rollins. Number 2 would be MJF, and number 1 is Gunther. MJF, just because what he's done, as much as he may not be that, he's a good promo. He's had good defenses too. Yeah, like he added defenses.
I think, like, as upset as I am at their list in general, I think both of our rankings would have been much more easy for me to digest as a top 10 than the way that they ranked it. Like, I just don't get it.
Like with that top 10 there, I can understand Roman Reigns being up where he is, but he hasn't had that many defenses. Gunther has so many more defenses. if in that top 10, he needs to be number 1 in that top 10.
I like
Yeah.
It's like I don't understand. Like, so Rhodes and Rollins, to me, and Okada shouldn't even be on the list.
No. Like
Okada is such pandering. Every year Okada is on the top 10. Every single year. But Kenny Omega's not on the top 10.
But yet
Kenny
you have
Omega's better.
Kenta at number 40, who's done more with the strong openweight championship than any of these people have, than what John Moxley's done.
Yeah, and he's won other titles in that time, Kenta.
Yeah.
Mind you, they were from smaller promotions, but still.
I mean, this was a good one. 29, they put Kiyomiya.
Yeah.
That's good. But, I mean, other than that, any other thoughts on this top 10?
Get it together.
Yeah, PWI, what's wrong? Tune in next, I think it's next month or whenever they have it. We'll be having our how angry we'll be if Rhea Ripley is not the number 1.
If Rhea Ripley is the number 1, I'm gonna be mad because it's gotta be Julia.
Yeah, but they're gonna put Rhea Ripley number 1. I think
they are.
Rhea Ripley, Julia's gonna be like a weird number, like 7 or something like that. I have a bad feeling.
That's gonna make me real mad.
Yeah, that would make me mad
like,
too.
Well, they screwed it up last year because, like, yeah, Shuri's really good, but like Bianca Belair had like a greatest year of all time for
we kind of agreed with that one last year.
But then she fell off really hard.
Yeah, she did fall off hard this year. She has not done well this year. You know who's definitely going to be in the top 10? They're going to put Charlotte.
I don't care. Charlotte's really good. I won't be upset.
They're going to put Charlotte. They treat Charlotte like the way they treat Okada. Pandering. He has to be
like, oh, I got to put Okada there. Yeah. Not Kenny Omega or Chris Jericho, who actually had like great years.
Even Claudio had a better year than, to be fair. Even though he hasn't defended, I think that's why he's a little lower down, is because he hadn't really defended that belt.
But he was the champion for a long time.
Almost a year. Yeah. He won it at Grand Slam last year.
Yeah.
Right? So.
It's a lot of Sonata.
A lot of Sonata.
Sonata at 11? Are you crazy? Seth Rollins is number 1. Okada's 11.
Yeah.
Most prestigious belt,
but the thing is,
in all of wrestling, and a new belt they just invented.
And the thing is, the criteria is from July to July. So when they put Seth Rollins as number 1, he's only won that belt. Like, he just recently won it.
Brand new belt that never existed. One of the most prestigious belts that's ever, probably the most prestigious belt in my opinion.
Yeah, if that big gold belt were still around, then that would be it.
Yeah.
But like, I think the IWGP and the NWA championship are like,
yeah, it definitely is. You can't pretend like it isn't at this point, because of all the
how NWA's kind of fallen off a little bit.
But like with all the fog that's layered onto with the WWE championship legacy and where they actually line up and how they line up, I would argue the GHC or even the Impact title is just as valuable as the WWE title. Because we don't even know what lineage that belt has anymore, because they keep bringing new belts and changing them and moving them.
This one has no lineage, apparently. It's its own. It's a brand new.
The Seth Rollins one doesn't.
Yeah,
doesn't. But the other belt also got moved around a bunch of times and now is being linked back to the original Winged Eagle belt.
Yes. So now this way they can claim that Roman Reigns is the greatest champion of all time.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
You know, Bruno Sammartino doesn't exist.
Yeah, well, he doesn't exist.
He doesn't exist. Randy Savage, Ultimate Warrior, never happened.
Who are they?
This is Roman Reigns we're talking about.
Not the honky tonk man.
You know, not Gunther, who had a fantastic year.
He's if you're giving me their list, I put him at number 1. He's number 1.
That's what we both said. Yeah, we put them both at number 1.
Oh, name me a person. This is my Will Ospreay logic, okay? And you didn't agree with me on this logic. Name me a person who had more high-profile matches than Will Ospreay this year.
He had 2 matches with Omega. Both were bangers. Yeah.
He had 3 matches with Omega.
3 within that calendar year. Yes, he did.
And Chris Jericho.
Semifinals of the, was it semi or quarters of the G?
Yeah, an absolute banger match against Naito.
Where's Naito?
Holy crap! Yeah, but he didn't win anything, so I can. But
I know, but
go check where he is on the. We can't cut this video now. We got to run this video until we find Naito on this list.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for him right now. Let me move my water out of the way.
This is insane.
Tetsuya Naito is not in the top 500.
The whole top 500 or their top 100 of the 500?
Their top 500. Andre Chase beat out Tetsuya Naito at number 500.
Hold on. So Naito, who put on match of the year with Will Ospreay, didn't make the top 500.
Yep, did not make the top.
Naito,
Here.
who fought.
Here's the little on the news feed I'm reading here. While there is some controversy, this is a quote from forgot the website, from wrestling.net. While there's some controversy around Will Ospreay not making the top 10, instead coming in at number 17, even more heads turn when fans realize that top New Japan star Tetsuya Naito's name is nowhere to be found. Naito himself admits that his career is winding down, but that hasn't stopped him from putting on incredible matches over the past year, and omitting the former IWGP Heavyweight Champion seems like a glaring error.
No fucking kidding.
Andre Bloody Chase.
You're saying that. I bet you if you get into the 300s, there's just the most ridiculous names there.
Here, Danhausen is 543.
Danhausen didn't wrestle.
Cheeseburger, 451.
Cheeseburger sucks.
Karrion Kross, 440.
What? I don't even think I've seen a Karrion Kross match in like the last year.
Sonny Kiss, 431.
What? Bro, this is rigged.
Jay Vidal, 418.
Hold on. Sonny Kiss made the list.
Yep. QT Marshall, 415.
But Tetsuya Naito's not on the list.
Nope. Dirty Dango, 406. For some reason, Riho is at 402.
Masha Slamovich.
Dolph Ziggler, who has not wrestled this year, 393.
Masha Slamovich was top 20, and Tetsuya Naito didn't make top 500.
Great O'Khan, 379. Gabe Kidd, 374. Bad Dude Tito, 373. Bad Dude Tito! But there you go. There's a ridiculous name in the 300s for you.
Gabriel Kidd, who didn't even have a title in this range of when this happened.
Hiroki Goto, 363.
For what? Winning the tag titles? That doesn't even count.
Trent Seven for getting released, 355.
Jesus Christ. What is happening?
Chad Gable, 338.
I mean, Chad Gable's pretty good.
336, Evil Uno.
Evil Uno. You know, he can say that he beat Tetsuya Naito.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
By a lot.
Warhorse, 331. Francesco Akira, 328.
Okay, we got to end this video before I smash this computer.
This is ridiculous. Like, I just realized that Tetsuya Naito did not make the list.
I thought, okay, yeah, he didn't make the top 100. That's fine. He didn't win any titles. You're like, no, he didn't make the list.
He didn't even make the list. Andre Chase made the list at 500. Take out Andre Chase. Put it. 499 is a guy named Big Dust.
I'm willing to put money down too that Marufuji's also not on this list.
Mari.
I think so.
Yep, Marufuji's not on the list.
Oh, Maru.
Marufuji. Nope, did not make the list.
He had so many huge matches this year.
Yep. Well, mind you, he also just recently too, the one with Ospreay. Yep, Marufuji. 25 years in wrestling, and Marufuji did not make the list. Now here's let me see where he ended up.
Type in Dominic Mysterio.
Did CM Punk make the list? CM Punk did not make the list.
Even CM Punk had good matches in that time.
Dominic Mysterio is all the way at 94. 2 spots behind Shingo Takagi.
Okay, hold on. Shingo is that high and Mysterio's that high, but Marufuji and Naito didn't make the list.
Nakajima's at 120.
Nakajima's at 120?
Yeah.
That's still kind of low.
And your boy, Iho the Dr. Wagner Jr.
Yeah, but he's been the champion for a long time. I should hope he'd be on the list.
Yeah. Chris Bay, 125.
Chris Bay's a great wrestler.
Minoru Suzuki, 133.
But Naito's not on the list.
Nope. Naito did not make the list.
Jesus. Okay, end this video. I'm furious.
Okay. So with that out of the way, guys, let us know who you would have picked is your top 10. Would you have put Naito on the list? Naito needs to be at least in the top 25.
He just needs to be on the top 500.
Yeah.
He just needs to exist on this list.
A guy named here's one for you. A guy named Corn Dog made the list.
Yeah, so the cheeseburger, corn dog and cheeseburger on the list.
You got the state fair.
It's a cheesesteak on a pole match.
Where would you have put Naito? Who would you choose as your number one? Let us know in the comments below. Let us know your thoughts. And in the words of Kenny Omega, goodbye and good night.